Any questions before we start? There's such a small group of us. This is good, but it's a small group. And the apprentice is still connecting, trying to. All right. Please, any questions that I can try to answer about what I do, what I believe in, or how healing works? Crystal, please.
Okay, I have a question on prayer. You mentioned once about praying in the late evening, and I've noticed that for me, I love the vibrations later at night, and just the feeling, the vibration is more mystical. And so would you tell us what your take is on that?
Of course, you can pray all the time, and we do.
Mhm.
Because every word, every thought, every action is our living prayer. But I like the evening hours to go deeper into it for the reasons that you're talking about, because it's quiet. And there's also like a darkness, that darkness reminds me of the mind of God, the fertile soil within that mind that I have more of a connect with. And so I enjoy getting into the depth of prayer in the evening. But we're always praying. And the more conscious we are of that we are always praying, it really doesn't matter when you pray. But I've discerned in my life that I like the evening for the depth of the prayer.
Mhm.
And because every word, every thought, every action is your living prayer, always. And so the more conscious we are of that, the more empowered our prayer becomes. And I'll be teaching this as well. Excuse me, I'm going hoarse all the time here. The more empowered we become with it, you'll see in the workshop that's coming up on the 20th. And did you already sign up for that?
I did.
Okay, good. Yeah, I thought so. And suited too, which is really awesome. And I'll get more in depth with that and how to function with that prayer, and even make it more empowered and make it more purposeful, so that you'll see your answers more readily. Not in a religious context, but in more of a Gnostic context, without throwing in another religion, or which religion you're talking about, is better than the other religion, whatever. I'm just going to go with the whole chimichanga, basically. So does that almost answer?
Completely.
Okay.
It completely answers my question. Thank you.
Sure. Any other questions I can try to answer before we start here? I know that God, in what I refer to as God in my life, other people call it source, or universal mind, or universal consciousness, or nameless one, or whatever. I refer to it as God, and in my context. And in my life, it seems like a personal relationship that I've developed over time. And anyone can develop a personal relationship with that divinity within, that godliness that's all around and in everything, all things. And so it's taking it to another step and functioning with it more consciously. And this is what we have the ability to do, because we're one within it. And it's finding that out. And I'll teach you how to find that out, even more so, regardless of your understandings or knowledge or whatever, or experience. There's always more to the story. And we'll be delving into that for the 4 days. And it's an hour and a half a day program. And for 4 days, I believe, Lynn, is it Tuesday through Friday? Okay.
Yeah. Your schedule didn't allow it to start on Monday, so it'll be from Tuesday to Friday.
And I'll be in this coming week and a half, I'll be in Phoenix for appointments and a healing circle. And Lynn will post at the end of the thing the information, or you can go to the website, markearlix.com. And Sue is in charge of all the appointments. She's the hub there, and everyone knows Sue. And So she'll be setting up the appointments, and also she set up the healing circle at SNAP's Scottsdale Neighborhood Art Place in Scottsdale, Arizona. And so I'll be just there for maybe 2 days of appointments. And what is it, a Friday evening for the healing circle, Sue? Yeah. And that's open to the public as well. And I like the healing circle because it's like a show and tell for me. And yeah, and people get to see, you know, what they're getting into when they're having an appointment with me, or what to, you know, desire within themselves. And I think the greatest healing happens through the desire of the individual and the participation of God in that. And I totally allow the godliness to say, okay, use me, boss. And it does. It can either tell you a joke that will lead to a healing, or it'll tell you a story, or it'll lead into more information. Hey, Lewis, good to see you here. Thanks for being here, my friend. Yes, there you go. Thanks for being here, Lewis. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. And so the prayer is within us, and participate in these things. And talk to Sue if you're in Arizona, would like an appointment. And let's see what else. On the website, there's gifting from the heart. Please do so if you feel that you've gotten something out of this, or this is your genre in some way or another. Definitely, you know, give from your heart. I don't care if it's a penny. I don't care if it's, you know, in the upper amounts, whatever you feel is from your heart. And so Tucson is also July 30th, if anyone's from that area. I'll be doing a large workshop there, a one-day workshop and a healing circle. It's going to be a tremendous event there, and a few days of appointments. And that's July 30th. Other than that, if anyone needs help with the workshops, talk to Lynn, write her at admin@markearlix.com, admin@markearlix.com, and she knows what to do to help you to be able to attend if you're having little financial difficulties, whatever. She knows what to do. And her name is Lynn, and she's in Canada, but she's still going to help you. And and then so let's see what else here. I don't know of anything else. I'm looking at my list, and every other week is the gathering. That's where I answer a lot of questions for people, and I also, if there's time, I work with individual people. When's the next gathering? Next week?
Tomorrow night.
I'm sorry?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow night is the next gathering. Thanks for reminding
Yeah,
me.
so we'll get together on Zoom, and then we'll stream to Facebook Live in the group. So you
Awesome.
have your choice of either joining Mark here or watching him in Facebook.
Great. Yeah, so it'll be, like Lynn said, Facebook and Zoom. But go to the website. If you don't get the newsletter, go to the website, and you can click on it there. And Lynn made it really easy. Also, the last thing I want to talk about real briefly is when I am in town and not traveling, gallivanting around the country, you can make a personal appointment with me. And I have an office in Longmont, Colorado now. It's not set up, but I have the office. And it'll probably be set up in another week or two. It's a small office, and I'll be seeing people there, and also I'll be doing my writing there. And I have a publicist and an editor who are pushing me to write a book in 3.5 months. And how that's going to happen, I don't know, but it's going to get done. And so, all righty, let me see here. Anything else anyone would like to ask about before we start here? Please. The Apprentice is here. Yay. Apprentice is in Arizona. I know The Apprentice. She was my apprentice for a while. Yay. Yeah. Um, let me see. Any other questions I can try to answer before we start here? Okay.
I have a question. I don't know if it's silly or not, but it seemed like I've had some divine intervention lately, and I feel like, so my sister was saying that she has too, and she was told her archangel was like Michael. What do you think of that, and how do you know who's helping you, or you just accept the help and not worry about it? You know, who's helping you?
Yeah. All the archangels, in my understanding, my experience, and my teachings, are so massive in the consciousness that they envelop within the universe that we dwell within. So to pinpoint and put it on a name, I mean, they have legions and legions and other kinds of legions of angelics that fall under them. So there's a lot of people that say and they get that their archangel is Michael or Raphael or something. To say that is it's difficult. But if you're perceiving something, I mean, the legions of all the realms of angelics, there's so many forms under each archangel, and they all have different purposes. It's a consciousness, and the angelics are real, and the mind of the archangels are real as well. I mean, it goes on forever, though. To put it in a form of a guy is a little difficult to understand for me. Not saying that it's incorrect or anything like that, because everyone has their own understanding and belief system of where they are, where they want to be, and where they're going to, and what it's developing into. So perceived information is oftentimes valid, though, and the perceived information is like a guidance in a person's life. And what we have the ability to do is to challenge it, to see how real it is. But we only can do that if we're objective and observant. If we're taking it personal or we're wanting to believe, then we're not. Then we're coming from an emotional belief system. But in the objective belief system, we can challenge it, and it likes that. And we can challenge it by saying, stand in the light. Say, if you want to use of the Christ, stand in the light of Christ, because that represents the sun as above, so below. And see what happens to it in an objective sense. See if it's real.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then what you can do, if it's there in a greater form, because when you challenge it, it has an opportunity to become greater. It sees that you accept it, and then come into a greater form. And then you can say, tell me more, or show me more. Then let the information come to you without you thinking the information or analyzing, critiquing, or trying to figure it out or anything else. It will show you and tell you, or tell you.
Wow. Well, thank you.
My pleasure.
Amazing.
Yes, it is. It's quite amazing. But the only way that that really works is being objective and observant to see what's really real. Good. Good. Any questions about that? I can try to answer, or anything, anyone? All right. All right. Well, everyone want to rock and roll? All right. So I curious, why do cows wear bells? Because the horns don't work. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You laugh, Sue. Ha ha ha. And Rose.
I knew I should have remembered it
Yeah.
because it sounds so familiar when I get the answer.
I got to catch everyone off guard here when I tell my jokes. Okay. All right. Donna, is there any one thing, and I won't work with emotional stuff. Those are strictly for appointments. And I do have appointments with people still over the phone or on FaceTime or Zoom. And if you're financially strapped, let me know. I'll help you and we'll take it from there. But I won't work with emotional stuff online in front of everyone. I will work with one thing that's bugging you the most in your bodies. And if it's a blessing or a prayer or working with someone that isn't with you, I'll do that too, if they need help. So I'll leave that pretty much open, but only one thing, just one thing. All righty. Donna, please, anything in particular, my dear?
Yeah, my neck, the back of my head.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. All right. And are you doing, oh, I think we talked about it last time. Are you doing exercises or anything for the whole upper torso area?
No.
Nothing. Okay. And that might be a suggestion as well, because the muscles are becoming weakened through lack of regeneration. And so, but I'll do my part. And people might experience what I call a sensorial sensation in their body or where I'm working. They might feel my hands on them. They might experience a heat or cold, electricity, vibration, wind going through them, or something, or emotional catharsis or something. Or they might burst out laughing. I don't know. I don't know. I pretty much leave it to the old man or woman upstairs, as I refer to it, God. And I say, okay, boss, you take over. And also, you may experience hearing a high frequency or a chirping when I'm working with someone or yourself. Most people don't experience it when I'm working with them, but they'll experience while I'm working with other people. I call that the spirit in activity. And so let's see what we can do here.
Okay.
And let me work with the neck. And all I ask you to do is just relax and trust that something inside of you is happening. Not knowing what or trying to figure it out. Yeah, it starts at the right up in here, and this is where the weak part is. If you were to push in, say right in here with the finger, you'll see that it's tender in there.
Yeah, it's the occipital.
I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
don't
it's,
medically.
yeah, and it's mainly on the left.
Yeah, and so that needs to be strengthened in musculature in that area there, and that will help to redevelop the support system for the spinal column, where it's I don't want to say deteriorating, it's becoming weaker.
Well, I do have arthritis, so.
Doesn't matter. You still need the strengthening of the muscles in there. Let's see if that doesn't make a change in the arthritic condition, though. And
All right.
let me do one more little quick thing here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All righty. All right, great. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
And let me see here. The Apprentice. Okay, let's pray for perfect hearing again. Okay. What's perfect for you? Everyone has their own perfection. Okay. Awesome. 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 And please, at the end of this, people let me know if any changes have begun to take place, or you may experience a change immediately, or say 5 minutes later, or 24, 48 hours later, or walking on the street one day saying, oh my God, when did this leave me? If that should be the case. And I let pretty much God take over. I say, okay, boss, you do it. All right. Lewis, please. Hey, all right, my friend. Tell me one thing that I can work with, please.
And by the way, I can't seem to get rid of this background. I used to have a selection where it's none, but I don't see that selection anymore. So it's not like I'm so patriotic. It's just that I can't get rid of it right now. So,
I hear you.
anyway, okay. The one thing is the skin condition. It seems like it started several weeks ago. It was like just a slight itch on the back of my hand, my left hand, and some red bumps, and they would kind of come and go. But this morning I woke up, I got this big red blotch on my arm, blotches on my sides. They itch like crazy, and they're actually even a little painful, not real painful. It's just that they itch so much, it's almost like a pain. So,
Do you get out much?
yeah, I'm always out doing something, whether it's just going to the store or going out to eat, visiting friends or something.
All right. Let me see if we can possibly help that. Another thing, I don't diagnose, I don't prescribe, and I don't tell anyone they're healed. I let people tell me what's happened with them since. But there's something called almonds, AMMENDS powder, and you can even order it at Walgreens if they don't have it, and they'll have it the next day from their warehouse.
Spell that again, please.
Almonds, I think it's ENDS powder. And there's something that's so unique about it. When I got back from Vietnam many, many years ago, I came back with my skin was rotting from being there. I picked up something where my skin was rotting, and it was going all the way down to the bone in my feet even. And I met another vet, and he told me about this. And so I tried it twice a day, and within a week it was gone after maybe about a year and a half, 2 years. And so a really thin coat of it where it was being affected. So just a suggestion, almonds powder. And if Walgreens doesn't have it, they'll have it the next day. And it's very cheap too. And I don't know why they don't carry it in stores anymore. Maybe they do in some areas. So let me work with that and see if we can also help to create a change with that. Yes, okay. All right, good, good. Thank you. Does anyone hear the
Yes.
sounds of the vibration, or excuse me, the frequency or the
Yes.
cool. Did you hear it while I was working with you, Louis? Okay. All right, good. Let me see here. Rose, anything in particular, my dear? Anything I can try to, you or James, that I can try to work with? Are you there? All right. Let's go to Dave. Rose. Okay. I don't know what. James. All right. Tell me what though. Type it in, or else I won't know what to work with. Please. There you go.
Hey,
Hey,
sorry, we're just gonna put it in chat, but
Oh, that's fine. That's
I
fine.
guess our primary pain complaint is mainly arthritis. Like my left ankle
Okay.
and her right
My
hip.
right hip.
Okay. Both of y'all. This. Okay. So let me work with Rose first with the right hip. Try to focus on that area, not knowing if what's happening or how or why or anything else, but wondering. And my perception is that it's down from the top part. It's further down, but inside right there. That's the main causal area there. So we're gonna, and where the deep ache is. Did you just feel something go down the leg? I'm curious. What was that? Turn on your mic on.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Just hold the space.
Yeah, I felt a light tingling going down to towards my knee.
Good. Good. That to me is life force being enabled to flow through a little bit more. So let's see what that transpires into, hon. All right, good. And James, your right ankle?
Left.
Left. I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic. I'm looking at you. My right is your whatever. Okay.
Have my boot on. I mean, I don't know if it matters.
God doesn't care. That's what I always tell everyone. God doesn't care. All right. It also swells in there a little bit, doesn't it?
Yes, constantly. It stays swollen. Has
Yeah.
past 2 years.
All right. Tell me if you're sensing a flow through there. Be candid.
Maybe a temporary increase in pain.
Okay.
With
All right.
more
Let's see if that doesn't break.
flow. Sure.
Hello.
He's working on somebody else. We gotta wait.
Did the pain break?
Yeah, kind of. And I felt like standing up straighter and, like stronger.
Let's see what happens from this. Thank you. Thank you. All righty. Hey there, Jim. How you doing, my friend? Can't hear you. Can't hear you. The mic's not on.
You can just press the space bar to temporarily unmute.
Okay.
There you go, Jim. Hey, Jim. Can you hear me?
Barely. Can you turn it on?
All right. Can you hear me any better now?
I could turn my hearing aids up.
All righty. All right. Anything in particular?
Back.
There you go. There you go. Can you hear me now?
Say something.
I just did.
Okay.
All right.
Very good.
Excellent. Now, you look good, my friend.
I'm going to show you my problems.
No, just tell me one thing that's bugging you the most you'd like me to work with. One thing.
One thing, your leg.
My leg.
Okay. And that's your right leg?
Right one. Right
Okay.
one that's wrong.
All right. All right. What I want you to do is just relax a little bit, Jim, and I'm going to work with you a little bit here, okay?
Okay.
Move your leg around a little bit, Jim, and tell me if you notice any difference or it's the same or worse or better.
Well, just sitting, it doesn't bother me. I got to
Okay.
move.
All righty.
Curve it around.
Yeah, that's better. Normally that puts me on the floor.
We don't want you on the floor.
No, I tell you, I went down and had the x-rays done
All righty.
and they had me laying flat on the table and
Oh,
I could
boy.
not get up. Had to roll over my tummy and the
All
two
right.
girls had to help me off.
All right. So how do you feel in your, can you get up one more time, Jim? Get up one more time and
Get
tell
up
me how
one
it
more-
feels.
Get up again. See if
Yes, it is better.
About how much? 5%? 50%? 1%?
50%.
All right. Let's see.
Normally it's such a sharp pain. Didn't have any.
Oh, that's okay. That's good.
Sharp
That's-
pain puts you on the floor.
I know, Jim. All righty. Thank you, Jim. Sue, did you want me to work with anything there with the hip?
I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay.
All righty. Sounds good, Sue.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
And
you
I'm
so
gonna have
much.
to sign off, okay?
All right, hon.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dave, is there anything you would like me to work with, please? Please feel free. And turn on your mic if you want. All righty. And when you're ready, Dave, let me know. Diana, please, is there anything?
Yes, please. I had surgery on my face, on the right side of my face,
Yes.
and it just seems to stay inflamed. It's red, like it just stays red around where they did the stitching, and I can't really find an ointment to help clear up the inflammation, or if I don't know if it's just going to take time for it to clear up. And so anything I use,
Now, is it painful?
no, it doesn't really itch or is not painful. It just stays red around the stitching, and
Yes.
it seems
And-
to be slow in healing. I don't know if it's because of where it is on my face or.
Yeah, and that wasn't a long time ago, was it?
No, it was at the end of April, 1st
Okay.
of May. Yeah.
Yeah, now most of that will most likely be gone within another month or two. But let's see if we can even quicken it more. Did you notice a difference after I worked with you last time, hon?
Yes, it tingles. Like when you worked on it, it tingle, which is, I figure, the nerves and all.
Yeah, that's the enlivening of the tissue and the nerves.
Yes, and it lasted like for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
So
All right,
yes,
let me work with it again, hon.
thank you.
And through my imagination, I see that the surgeon did a really good job.
Oh, that's good to know.
A lot of that's going to blend in now. It's in the process of doing that anyway, but you'll see that it might quicken it a lot without making any claims. All right, hon?
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. My total pleasure. All right. Crystal with the flower.
Yes. I would like to have a blessing for my friend Rena. She's 90 and her husband passed last Tuesday.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay.
If I'm correct, she is very accepting of it.
She's doing well. She's had, the sadness and things, but she's coming through it amazingly well.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, my dear?
A blessing for peace.
You are peace.
I love that.
Peace and laughter. You got
I
it.
love it. Thank you so much.
My honor. My pleasure. My pleasure. Rose, how you doing? Rose and James.
Hi, we're
Good.
doing good. Doing
Excellent.
better. Yeah.
Now, do you notice a difference with your hip, hon?
Yes,
Space.
I am noticing a difference.
Oh, right, good. And James, what about your ankle, please?
Well, I'm still sitting here, just listening, praying with everybody, and I haven't walked around, but it seems like more mobile.
Okay.
Kind of like it's got like a tickling pain when it's not a dull or sharp pain.
Yep.
It seems like the tickle is moving up my calf, like moving away from the inflamed area and kind of like up my leg.
Awesome. Can you do me a favor and just real briefly stand on it and bend your foot?
He's doing it.
Okay.
How does it, you notice any difference? Is it the same or worse or what? Not too much, just
It's like the dull burning pain's turning into like the tickling, irritating pain. You know, like
Okay.
the less degree of pain. You know,
What-
and
what
like
degree?
the circulation is increasing.
Good. Let's pray that that's what's happening there. Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. 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 Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. Diane, hey, how you doing? Turn on your mic. Can't hear you.
Hello.
Hi. Anything in particular you'd like me to work with, Diane?
Well, I guess the shingles still bothering me.
All right. Have you done the baking soda thing exercise?
Yes, I've been trying to do that, but I guess not good enough. I need a little help.
I understand. So you haven't been able to actually do it though?
What? No, I did the baking soda bath. I've been doing that, and I've been doing the mental as best I can.
Okay. With the exercise I gave you?
Yes.
All righty. And how often did you do the baking soda thing?
I've been twice a week.
All right. And do you notice a difference or a change when you do it?
I do, but I'm when I have a flare up, that reminds me, that it's time to do the bath. And then, so I thought maybe I should do it more often.
Well, what I suggest is to do it when you start to get the feeling that you're going to have a flare up.
Yes. Okay.
Right before. Okay, good, good. Let me
Okay.
work with you a little bit, hon. And I'm here to tell you that anxiety, worry, and fear exacerbate it. And we even have those anxieties, worries, and fears within us that bring it out to manifest. So it's looking inside yourself where you are through the things that we've talked about.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Lynn, anything in particular you'd like me to work with?
Actually, I do have a friend, her name is Linda, who actually lost her husband, and she's still having a really hard time with the whole thing.
All right.
Losing him.
I don't know all the reality of it, but it's almost like he's handing her a box of flowers,
Oh,
a long box like they used to have in the old days.
yeah.
And that might have been the start of their relationship or whatever, or something of that. But it was a box of flowers, a white box. And so,
I will tell her. They're such a beautiful couple.
yeah,
Really.
yeah, that might be really important for her. Yeah.
I'm going to see her tomorrow night, so I'll tell her.
All righty.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Please, anyone else? Does anyone notice any differences in what they might be experiencing? And it's not, if not, that's okay, because it doesn't mean that it's the end of the story. You might notice it in 5 minutes or 24, 48 hours or whatever. Please, Crystal.
There's a peacefulness that's going, it's kind of like an energy or something inside my head and down my neck into my spine. I just noticed, I'm noticing now it's around my head or something. There's just a peaceful feeling. And it also, at the same time, it worked on my spine too. So
Enjoy it. Just enjoy it and thank God for it,
I do. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Donna, do you notice any difference in your neck or your sense of well-being or anything?
No, not really, but I trust you.
All right, thank you. Thank you. And yes, you trust me and I trust God. And so we all trust
Okay.
God. That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's my stuff. I got a lot of stuff going on. So
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All righty. All right. If there's anything else, yes, the original powder, the almonds medicated original powder, not the new stuff, but the original comes in a white thing container. All righty. Let's see, is there anyone else? Don't forget the website to do gifting if it's within your heart, and don't forget the online stuff. Everything's listed on the website, markearlix.com. And if there's any questions about anything, write to Lynn. She loves to answer, and she loves friendship. If you need any help with the workshops, ask Lynn. If you need help with the appointments, ask me. And I am seeing people in person now, as well as the online stuff as well, or FaceTime and Zoom. So, and Lynn's email is admin, ADMIN, at markearlix.com, and she gets it directly. She won't even share it with me. So, all right. Thank you all so much.
thank you.
Blessings, and see you next week. Every week's
Okay.
the Healing Circle.
Thank you.
Otherwise announced. Bye,
Thank
Rose,
you.
James, everyone. Thanks, Donna. Thanks, you guys.
May see you at
Thanks,
uni.
Mark.
Bye,
You're
Crystal.
awesome.
Diana. Thank y'all. Dave.
Bye.